Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitasya Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminite Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatane Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenbandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vansha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhesha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. So thank you very much, Yadunath Prabhu. You know, it's, I don't have words to describe how fortunate I am. First of all, visiting this place, first time in my life. We have been reading about this place from last. I'm reading about this place from last 20 years. Coming and sitting here and talking about Srila Prabhupada. Generally, when any revolution starts, uh, the world has seen in the history the revolution starts by one person. And the greatest revolution in the history of mankind is ISKCON, started single-handedly by Srila Prabhupada. And in New York, only few places were changed while Prabhupada was there. So progress happened. We bought a building earlier in 1966, as we were hearing that they signed a incorporation. It was here. Srila Prabhupada stayed there and he would walk up from this door. And disciples, as is mentioned in Leela, disciples who were trustees, they were thinking, we don't have money to pay rent for next month. And Swamiji is talking about 3 years trustees, 3 set of trustees. So that day also Prabhupada saw the no rent, no money. Many times in his life, in Bombay, in Delhi, in Vrindavan is manageable in terms of you don't have any place to stay. Prabhupada was in a situation in 1962 in New Delhi, no place to stay, no money to eat, all old worn out clothes. From there struggle in Bombay, coming to New York, the transit. I don't know who will dare to take that journey of 37 days. And then again struggle in New York. The things got stolen. And staying with David. Then, midnight running around in the streets of New York. And then finally coming to this place and no rent. $200 per month they used to, for this place. So from that, eventually, while Prabhupada was physically with us on this planet, ISKCON bought the building in New York. I can understand such a prime location, how difficult it is. But from a person coming empty-handed, practically empty-handed, and buying a building. And then temples opening all across US, Europe, Australia, Africa, or one visit to Russia also. Sending His Holiness Amal Krishna Goswami Maharaj to China, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj to Russia, and India. You know. While Prabhupada was there, Hyderabad opened, Mayapur we got land, Vrindavan opened, Bombay was almost ready just after 60 days of departure. Radha Rasa Bihari, Prabhupada's most beloved deities, from where I come, I serve. It's another great fortune that I am able to serve, or I am being given an opportunity to serve at that temple, ISKCON Juhu. So much progress, 108 temples. I mean, who turns back and comes to the same place? But I heard, devotees came back, got this place, and trying to, maintain this. And everything looks around same as it was in 1966. You can see some pictures around also. So that's why our philosophy is as it is. So Prabhupada says Bhagavad Gita as it is. Even though we have like 1,000 temples, but still we want to come here and take mercy. These are the places, especially Mumbai, New Delhi, and New York, where Prabhupada personally he took the struggles. He struggled. After that, his disciples came. So there was a different scene. There was a different kind of struggle. We'll talk about that. Hare Krishna land, ISKCON Mumbai. The fight. Prabhupada was a warrior. So then you all know Prabhupada going to Hare Krishna tree. Now it is called Tompkins Square Park. And Prabhupada just closed his eyes, sitting with 2-3 of his men. Took his kartal, closed his eyes, and one same tune, which we call Prabhupada tune. In scriptures, there is nothing called Prabhupada tune, but for ISKCON, it is Prabhupada's tune. And 3 hours just closed his eyes and singing. And then when he opens his eyes, it's like, Krishna's Rasa Leela. So many people from nowhere they came, and all circling around and dancing and jumping up and down. So happy. We heard the kirtan. These records went, and so many people. George Harrison, he heard, and he was so influenced. Now, if you tell someone here this, if you try to understand spirituality from material point of view, it will be difficult or impossible. Prabhupada's kirtan only, Prabhupada's bhajan. So many bhajans were recorded. Prabhupada sometime, Yamuna Mataji would go and sit in London on the stairs, and Prabhupada in his room would just take harmonium and play harmonium and sing bhajans all alone in complete ecstasy. So that's Prabhupada's life. So you are fortunate, you are coming here every week and bringing more and more devotees, because that is what Prabhupada taught us here. Prabhupada started this program and he told the earlier devotees, you should bring your friends. This is here Prabhupada's first time told. Obviously in India before ISKCON he was struggling alone. But here when people started coming, that's when Prabhupada said, bring your friends also. And then it became like a mantra for ISKCON people, for all ISKCON preachers. Come for the lecture, attend lecture, and all the preachers will say, please bring your friends. Take prasadam. Without prasadam, Prabhupada said, our programs will not get over till the time prasadam is served. So it's in 1971, after Prabhupada traveled almost every country in the world, he brought his white dancing elephants to India. And he traveled to so many cities, Indore, then Surat, then Ahmedabad, then Delhi, then Bombay, then Punjab, then South India. He was just, that time India was like, everyone was just, Prabhupada was in news. And just few years back, Prabhupada writes, Prabhupada, he narrates, and Prabhupada said, when I was leaving Calcutta to go to America, nobody came to drop me except two people, one well-wisher and Prabhupada's son. Nobody. But when Prabhupada, after 5 years, he returned back to India. He came into India in 1967, but that was for a brief period, and that time the movement was not big. Then 71 when he came, so many, the mayor of the city, the chief ministers, talking about Prabhupada. They're coming to receive him at the airport. That's Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada wants now, he knows that storefront preaching can be a success in US, in Europe, but not in India. Indian people want those temples, deities, and domes, big domes. Eh, that's where they get attracted because they know this is temple. So Prabhupada started buying the land. Mayapur, it was a big struggle, and somehow Prabhupada from Calcutta, he gave 15,000 rupees cash, and then Tamal Krishna Maharaj got the land, and midnight he comes back and he gives the document and he tells Prabhupada, the land is yours. So Mayapur is sealed, but a very small patch of land. Something is there. Vrindavan, Mr. S, Mr. Now we can take the names. Mr. Sharaf, it's after 50 years. So he gave the land, prime location. You would have visited, most of you would have visited ISKCON Vrindavan. But then he wanted to take it back. Someone influenced him. So Prabhupada writes, once you give, this is Radharani's special mercy, you give to a Brahmana, you don't take it back. You've given. Unconditional. So finally he agrees. So Mayapur sealed, Vrindavan sealed. Now comes Bombay. The eastern headquarter of Maya. Because New York is the western headquarter of Maya. So that's eastern headquarter of Maya. So obviously Prabhupada has to fight. So 1971 when Prabhupada came, many well-wishers came, and Prabhupada used to stay in Akash Ganga in Marine Drive. And he used to do program. Once Prabhupada told his disciples, take the vehicle, take the car, let's go. Let's drive down. Not downtown, uptown. But they were staying in down. So there was no land. Prabhupada wanted a big land. And why Prabhupada came to Juhu? Because in 1965, Juhu is a small part, a small locality, a part of a suburb called Andheri. And there's a railway station, Andheri. In 1965, Prabhupada would walk down from Andheri station 2 miles to go to Sumati Morarji and read Bhagavatam to her. But why he would walk down? Because no money. Now we take taxi, or they have their rickshaws, auto rickshaws. It's different. Walking 2 miles, that's why I was just asking one devotee, Soham Prabhu, that Prabhupada used to walk in Bhaveri, here, that's the next street, and 2 miles. It's mentioned in Lila Amrita, 2 miles he would walk every day to bring vegetables, fresh vegetables. So many pastimes are here, but I thought I'll take something from Bombay, coming from that temple, and here you keep hearing about 26 Second Avenue. So then, Prabhupada, before coming to America in 1965, he saw this patch of land, almost 4 acres, little less than 4 acres. And Prabhupada just prayed to Krishna that, my dear Krishna, if you give me this piece of land, I'll build a nice temple. And then Prabhupada went to America. Then when he came back, 71, a successful missionary, then Prabhupada came back to Bombay and he started looking for different pieces of land. Somehow the same piece of land, the Hare Krishna land now, earlier it was called Nayarwadi. The owner was Mr. N, which is Mr. Nair. So that was on sale. And how much delighted Prabhupada would be, how much happy Prabhupada would be. That's on sale. So Prabhupada said, we'll take this. Because this is where I pray to Krishna and Krishna wants to give me. How much price? 14 lakh rupees. Not much. Now it's like hundreds of crores. So Prabhupada met Mr. Nair. Mr. Nair is a well-known crooked person, was. So he was very influential, but he was crooked. He would deal with people, take away their money as down payment, but put a lot of conditions, and they are not able to fulfill. They run away, and the money remains with Mr. Nair. So he thought these one old man and a bunch of you Americans. Americans are ruling the world. But when it comes to dealing with Indians, I'll come what Prabhupada says. Prabhupada says, you Americans, you are unexperienced. Obviously now the situation is different because, see, here the lifestyle what I experience in a week is very different. It's more systematic. If you have to cross the road, there's a system. If you have to change the lane, there's a system. In India, there is only one system, which is called no system. Now, still, people change. Someone standing on one side of the road, he'll just go like this, and everyone is like, what? So, it's like that. So, dealing with those people, here you get one bottle, small bottle of water bottle, $2. In $2 now also, in India, you get 17 water bottles. Currency difference. So obviously dealings and all that were very different. Brahmananda Prabhu and other devotees, Tamal Krishna Maharaj and other devotees, they would take Indians on face value, thinking that Indians are devotees. No doubt, Prabhupada said that India, everyone is a devotee, but you can't take them on face value. So when Prabhupada started searching, Mr. Nair came and they had a deal. 50,000 down payment, first installment, 50,000 down payment, second installment, then 1 lakh rupees, total 2 lakh rupees, the land is yours, and gradually you can pay. Okay. Prabhupada gave 50,000 to the land. But Nair was putting a lot of condition, and there were tenants also, which ultimately we have to buy out. And this tenant problem went till almost 2003, 2004. But we have to push them out, give them money, give them land. So then Prabhupada bought this land. Bought means he got the document, and Mr. N thought, I'll cheat these people. And Prabhupada is busy traveling. So he travels, and Prabhupada, before leaving, so Prabhupada said, okay, I'm leaving, you arrange a Pandal program. Pandal program means a vast assembly of people coming and attending the program. Earlier it used to happen in South Bombay, Cross Maidan. Hmm. Now there, when Prabhupada gave in 1971, almost 30,000 people were attending every day Prabhupada's lecture. And imagine, in India, people still, there are many Indians who speak good English, excluding me. I'm trying. So, but 50 years ago, not many spoke English. And Prabhupada would give his class in English. 30,000 people are sitting. How come? That's the purity of Prabhupada. Just to see him. How the gopis would come to see Krishna, whatever he is doing. He's speaking lies, he's stealing butter, he's making very innocent face, he's sleeping, he's getting dressed. The gopis just want to see, the elderly gopis. So the same quality of attractiveness is also with pure devotee. Otherwise, why 30,000 people would come when they do not understand anything in English? So then Prabhupada said in 1971, he said, now we have the land, let's do a program here, next program. Set up a pandal. The devotees are struggling to, remove some grass so that they can have some place to sleep. So they made a makeshift tin temple for Radha Rasa Bihari. By the time Radha Rasa Bihari manifested there, and devotees have no place to sleep. Somehow they're sleeping. So many mosquitoes, so many bugs, rats. Rats almost biting every night some devotees. And rats have this beautiful quality. When they will bite you, you will not know. Only morning you will come to know. Because before biting, they'll spit something on the area and it becomes like anesthesia. So they'll bite. And then morning only will come to know that they've bitten. So that was the situation. And Prabhupada is saying, and the American devotees, mostly American and European. Tamal Krishna Maharaj told Prabhupada, we need running water in bathrooms. Can you imagine no running water in bathroom? Taking one glass of water and going in the fields. But India, that was a culture. That's Vedic culture. So much struggle. And then now Prabhupada said, clean up everything and make a pandal. I'm coming back after so many months. We'll have program here. Devotees are really struggling to even stay, and Prabhupada wants to have program. And who will come? When Tamal Krishna Maharaj and other devotees, Shyam Sundar and others, they saw this land, they told Prabhupada, who will come to this land? There's nothing. Some fishermen society. And Prabhupada said, wait and watch. The day will come when this place will become center of Bombay. And the day has already arrived. Now that place, Juhu, all the top film stars, it's a Bollywood hub. All the biggest industrialists of India, they stay in that place. There's beautiful Juhu beach. Prabhupada said, whenever I'm not healthy, I travel to 3 places. Then I become healthy. Vrindavan, Mayapur and Juhu beach. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Bombay. 2 places in Bombay Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So Prabhupada wanted this land because he had already settlement with Krishna. Krishna fulfills the desire of his devotees. 1965, he desired, Prabhupada desired, Krishna said, I'll fulfill. Some struggle will be there, but we'll work it out. So then they did the program. Only 500 people came. 30,000 people and only 500. Will we take such a risk to shift the place, but Prabhupada knew what is going. Prabhupada said, once the deities come and we do program, people in the world will know that this property belongs to us. Prabhupada could sense that Mr. Nair will do some problem. In India, people have sentiment. Krishna has come, you cannot move him out. Even if the land is not yours, now the land is ours. And we have done program. And Prabhupada did, in that year, in 1972, Prabhupada did a cornerstone laying ceremony. So everything is set. Prabhupada is supposed to travel to, from India, he will go to Japan, Singapore, Australia, the west coast of US, then east coast, then come back to India. 6 months of travel. But he is worried about Bombay. That's why in Leela Amrita, there's one chapter. Traveling around the world, absorbed in Bombay. Prabhupada will always travel with one photo of his Guru Maharaj and one photo of Radha Rasa Bihari. One time one devotee asked Prabhupada, how Krishna looks in Goloka Vrindavan? Prabhupada said he looks like Radha Rasa Bihari. Only color is different. So his beloved deities, he promised, my dear sir, please stand here. I'll build you a palatial temple. And then struggle starts. So the devotees, led by the Malkrishna Maharaj and other devotees, senior disciples of Prabhupada, they were having again and again doubt. So much legal complications, and legal complication here is different and there is different. A different culture, completely different culture, two different planets. How do you deal in India is very different. But here is different. So, the devotees coming from American background, they were finding difficult. And Prabhupada will travel how many times he will just reply. So somehow Nair, he influenced, through his lawyer, he influenced the ISKCON lawyer. Influence means pay some money. You understand this money. So our lawyer, he influenced the devotees that cancel this agreement. This is in your favor. Otherwise you will lose the money and land also. And Prabhupada was in Ahmedabad. Prabhupada could understand there is something going on, because they wrote a letter. Prabhupada immediately called one of his lady disciples, and he said, all the men are busy in Pandal program. You take this letter. I have written it with my hand. Give it to Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Giriraj Maharaj. Tell them, in any condition, not to cancel this sale agreement with Mr. Nair. But by the time she reached, the agreement was already cancelled. And now Mataji reached and she said, Prabhupada said not to cancel the agreement. Now, Giriraj Maharaj, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, everyone is like scared. Now legally we don't have any standing in the land, and we couldn't please our spiritual master also. So now who will tell? Someone has to tell Prabhupada. So they rang up Prabhupada. And I think Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he said that he was shivering because Prabhupada, when Prabhupada will roar, the buildings will shiver. So then Prabhupada, they said, Prabhupada, we cancelled the agreement. Then Prabhupada was in Ahmedabad. Deep, long silence. And Prabhupada said, everything is finished. And he just hung up the phone. But Prabhupada couldn't sleep because he had promised. Radha Rasa Bihari is standing there. How can Prabhupada not fight? So Prabhupada was thinking, meditating. Somehow Prabhupada influenced Mr. Nair again to come and meet him in Hyderabad through Sham Sundar Prabhu, because Nair would love the little girl Saraswati. So that means if you love the daughter, you love the father also. So Prabhupada told Sham Sundar Prabhu, go and influence him, bring him to Hyderabad. But Nair thought this Swamiji may play some magical trick on me. See, he also brought one of his friend who was also a Swami and Guru. You know how many Swamis are there in India? And Swaminis? The number of population minus maybe few ISKCON devotees, everyone else is a Swami. Everyone. Prabhupada says India is factory to create gods. So then that's how so many Swami came. So many Swamis before Prabhupada came. So then Prabhupada, Sham Sundar Prabhu, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Nair and Nair's Swami friend. Talking, casual talk. Prabhupada is like casual. And then Swamiji, the other Swamiji, he told Prabhupada, Swamiji, maybe you are feeling sleepy, you are tired. I think you should take rest. Prabhupada said yes. Prabhupada went to his room, Tamal Krishna Maharaj went, Sham Sundar Prabhu left, and Nair and their Swami, they were sleeping in one room. Prabhupada called Tamal Krishna Maharaj. When other person will tell you that you should take rest and you are tired, that means he is tired. So that Swamiji is tired. So damn smart and intelligent. So then Prabhupada said, go very quietly, wake up Nair, the owner of the land, without disturbing the Swami, and tell him I want to see him. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj tiptoed without disturbing. He woke up. Mr. Nair, wake up. Prabhupada wants to see you. And he's like almost hypnotized. He gets up, he walks. He comes, Prabhupada talks to him for 2 hours. And the agreement which was cancelled, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Sham Sundar Prabhu, they are typing a new agreement, and Nair signs and Prabhupada signs. And then Nair sleeps. Prabhupada goes for preaching. Nair goes to Bombay and he's bewildered. What has happened? What happened that night? How did I sign another agreement in their favor? That's how Prabhupada did. But Nair was becoming too much. He started, violence, trying to destroy temple, trying to disturb devotees. He actually beat up devotees. So, and Prabhupada was maybe in Australia. And Prabhupada one night, nobody knew Nair was in his house. And next day morning, Giriraj Maharaj saw that how in newspaper headline, Mr. Nair is dead. So he was an influential person, and he also owned a free press journal, a newspaper agency. So it was Mr. Nair dead. Giriraj Maharaj called the Prabhupada. And he said, Mr. Nair is dead. Prabhupada said, good. I prayed to Lord Narsingadev. Sometimes when people disturb us, we say, we should pray to Lord Narsingadev to give him a healthy new body. So Prabhupada prayed and Nair maybe got a new body. But then the fight still continued and Nair's wife fought. Tooth and nail she fought. Finally she couldn't find. So one night, around 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m., she came crying, gave the documents, and Prabhupada gave money. The deal, the land was of ISKCON. Look at the compassion of Prabhupada. Nair disturbed Prabhupada. He disturbed his disciples. He tried to break temple. He wanted to destroy ISKCON. His wife was doing same thing. Now wife, she signed and she handed over the documents to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada is telling to Mrs. Nair, you are like my daughter. Till the time you are alive, I'll make sure you have no problems. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. So that's how we got the land. And then construction is another government. So many problems, permission, all that. One point of time, Prabhupada became frustrated. Prabhupada said, if government is not giving us permission to build a temple, we will build a bus station. Many buses. We'll bring many buses, and all the buses will go to all over India from this place and distribute books. If no temple, then books. So, lot of struggle. Finally, the temple opened, and it's wonderful. You read Lilamrit, you read, and that's why Prabhupada, when he got the letter, on the land, Prabhupada said it was a good fight. Some 3 years. 3 years the fight went on. And Prabhupada said it was a good fight. Someone should write a book on it. That's how Giriraj Maharaj wrote this, I'll Build Your Temple, the Juhu story. Wonderful book. I was telling one devotee, now the days are gone of books. Now someone should also make a movie after Mahavatar Narsimha, maybe about the Juhu struggle, how Prabhupada struggled. So very wonderful. How single-handedly he handled Prabhupada. What can we say? He's a Vaikuntha man. Prabhupada told, someone asked Prabhupada, please tell us about your Guru Maharaj. Prabhupada said, what can I say? He's a Vaikuntha man. So similarly, what can we talk about Prabhupada? His glories are limitless, and I am limited. But just because I am speaking his glories in his presence, like a grandson sitting on the lap of grandfather and talking in a broken language, but still Prabhupada is very merciful. So many devotees who have not seen Prabhupada physically, they feel his presence, they connect with him. Everyone in ISKCON. That's how we are serving. So then Prabhupada's quarters, the maximum number of days after ISKCON established, Prabhupada stayed in any place is Bombay. Some 510 days. He completed Chaitanya Charitamrita there. So many things. So Bombay, that's why Prabhupada says, Vrindavan is my home. Mayapur is my place of worship. And Bombay is my office. So that's Bombay is Prabhupada's office, and the Rasa Bihari is Prabhupada's beloved deities. And pleased to see coming from Prabhupada's office and coming to a place where it was such a humble start, and this is where everything started. This is a seed, and tree has expanded all over the world. Maybe it has expanded all over the universe, we don't know, but at least we know all over the world, But still, a lot is remaining. We have to reach every town and village. Prabhupada reached to countries. Prabhupada's disciples, they reached cities. Now we have to reach to every village, every small town, every suburb, and gradually every lane. So, thank you very much. This is being very overwhelming coming to this place and speaking about Prabhupada. It is by his mercy only that I am able to speak, and we are here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Grace Chakravarti Prabhu ki jai. Thank you very much, Prabhu. I had no idea that up until 2003 and 4 there were still 10